Good morning and welcome back to No Man's Land. I'm Pakamaka and today we are going to be selling some items. You may notice that this little warehouse here looks different than the previous one, and that is because I've changed it. Makes sense, right? Now the reason why I changed is, well, the reason that I got the other warehouse is because Giant decided in one of the updates to sort of limit the number of pallets you can have on a farm to a very silly number, and the ones that was really more affected than PC players were the ones on the consoles. There's been ways to work around that, like the warehouse I had before. It sort of accepted the pallets, but then when it came time to sell it, you didn't really get any pallets out. You just got, you used a boxed wagon sort of to connect from the warehouse, and then you sell it. You still get the same amount. It's just that you bypass the pallet issue. But I had some trouble with that one, because for some reasons things ended up in the wrong place that wasn't supposed. Like things that were supposed to go into the silo ended up in the warehouse, and that was just kind of weird for me. I didn't want that, because if I wanted that, I would have put them in the warehouse myself. So, and also Giant has, since that faithful, or that faded, whatever you want to call it, event, increased the number of pallets you can have. It's still silly to limit it. I mean, in a way I understand why they put a limit, because people play the game on maybe subpar computers, and then doesn't work, it's laggy and buggy and all that. And it is because, well, you have way too many pallets, you have too many mods or anything like that. So I think that's the reason that Giant implemented that in the first place. But no, there's other things they could work on instead. So anyway, so I have this new warehouse here that I built or placed and bought instead. It's doing the same thing. It can hold anything that the farm can produce, which is awesome. So I'm not too worried about that. And it does produce pallets, as you can see. It's quite a simple way to get it out. It is supposed to be, auto storing, basically, from like the greenhouses and the production facility. Just doesn't happen, so I have to manually move those things as well. It's not a big deal. I can get it done. It's no problem whatsoever. So today we will be selling bread and tomato sauce, which is a nice combination, I guess. You need is a bit of pasta, and then you have a nice meal going there. And another reason why I changed as well is that the special trailers that the other warehouse came with, or would only function with, is limited in size. Like the small one that I had, the box, it could only hold 15,000 liters, and since you couldn't get pallets out of it, you couldn't turn that into pallets. You were stuck making a delivery of only a maximum of 15,000. You couldn't combine it like I'm doing here. Now, if I were to use the old warehouse to deliver this, yeah, maybe it would be faster, because I just drive up to the, offloading port or unloading port, press a button and select what's to put inside my little box, and that will sort that out. But this is more real, handling of the pallets themselves, I think. And there we have everything in place. Let's just take a quick look on where to sell it. The bread sells at the farm shop. No, the shop. Excellent. And the tomato sauce, I think that's the same place. Yep. Good. So we're making a little bit of money today, which is good because I have plans. Changing of the warehouses did cost me a bit of money, but nothing too serious. I'm still in the green, and those pallets are way out there. Not so much on that side. You can see. Yeah. So it's good. Good work. So the plans I have is I'm gonna build a spinnery. Yeah, that's right. I want that. So I can turn my my wool into fabric. But before we start selling this, let's see what the bonus is. The bonus is 7%. Those fields are always high numbers. Everything else is always low numbers. I had to redo the soil sampling on the grass field. Cost me a little bit of money, but nothing too serious. And we made 19,000 on that, which is great. Excellent work, me. So we have 75,000, which is good money. The spinner itself cost 60,000, and if we look at this one here, this one is almost done with its preparations, and we're not going to sell the silage until January, I think. Yeah, January is when we sell the silage, so we will be making more money next month. And I will be able to survive on the 15,000 or so that I have left on my current funds until such time. So what I will be doing is I will trying to find a spot where I can place the little spinnery so it makes sense, easy access and things of that nature. I do believe that next to these here, I do own this plot of land. I would just park this in a place that sort of cuts me off, right back here. So anything on sale that would ruin my plans? Nope. That's a forage or an auger wagon. Nice, don't need it. Telehandler or wheel loader, too expensive. Don't know. This is silly. It says auger wagon, also known as chaser bin, are used in the field temporarily storing different crops of type and directly unload them onto trailers. How much can this one hold? Anybody able to see that? It has absolutely zero information about how much this one can hold in terms of storage capacity. Why would anybody buy this one? This one at least tells you 33 cubic meters. Seems to be like a big sale on auger this time. This one, 20, don't need it. No, I have that sprayer already. Sorry. That one is too small. That one, no. So that's the back limit, which means that we have this space to play with here. Let's get a production factory, like I said, 60,000. So let's go straight to that number. There we go. So this is pallet production, carpentry, spinnery. This is a big spinnery though. That's the smaller one. That's the one I want. I do believe that this is the wood orientation to go for. Let me just get rid of this tree here. There we go. Lift it up. Put it in the wagon over here. Come on. There. Back to the market. I don't need those two there. I mean, I can put it like this and move those trailers. They're just there for a temporary storage anyway. I don't have any space on this side. Here in the center, I'm not using this center for anything, and could be kind of nice maybe to have a building there, but no, I think putting it here is the better option. And if I put it in this orientation here, then I can it doesn't cost much, so the ground is fairly flat in this area. If I put it like this, then I can easily access the things, and I can just take them straight from, there we go. So I can just take the wool straight from the sheep farm into here to the swirling spindle. Okay, interesting name. So now we just need to move the wool from here to there, and I'll show you the feature that I have here. Go backwards here. They are, I was going to say they're in alphabetical order, but that's not true at all. Release 21 pallets. Don't know if I did that. I think 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. Yep, that's what I did. So we're going to be moving these. Over ambitious, are we? It's okay. If you can do it, you do it. Let me get this one started. It's a spinnery. There we go. Activate. Right, you have the wool. Loud piece of machinery in there. No worries. I can get this sorted easily enough. Slightly different type of episode today. And the reason why I'm doing this as my investment is that fabric do pay more than just plain wool. get that one? I mean, the difference is quite noticeable. Wool, highest price is about 1,200. Fabric, the highest price is 3,700, which is 3 times as much. Sure, it's an investment of 60,000, but then again, the sheep farm was an investment of over 100,000. So it's all for the money. So, you know, guys, I really like to hear from you what it is that you enjoy about the shows or the episodes that I make. And 45,000 euros. And so if anything specific you want to see me do, or is there something you don't want to see me do? Like next episode, I will bring you in when it's, you know, selling time on the silage. I have my 3 trailers here, kind of lined up for the job at hand. And then looking at 150,000 or so in profits. Possibly enough money to buy, well, definitely enough money to buy a sewing shop or, you know, tailor shop. Won't be doing that, but I possibly will be buying another plot of land to expand my farm fields. The thing is, I want like dedicated fields for dedicated resources. I feel like if I take away, for example, my soybean production, it will affect my profit if I plant something else there. Not a huge deal. I mean, whatever I plant for a reason, and main of one of those reasons would be profit on the sales of that crop. But it's still, you know, it's not a combined profit made at one point. It's spread out a bit. I don't want to work too hard, so to speak. Like, I don't want to have some months where I'm super busy and then other months that I'm not. Maybe the option would be to increase the number of days per month to maybe 2 days per month. Then I don't feel so rushed at times when I like have 3 fields that I need to harvest in a month before, you know, the crop spoil or something like that. If I have maybe 2 days per month, then that one will allow me to do those things. It will take longer to progress in a way because I have to, you know, bypass. Actually, there isn't really any month that I bypass. There is always work to do. You don't see every month of gameplay that I'm doing, but there is always things to do every month. Some of them is basically short stuff to do, like moving pallets from the production to the warehouse, and that's it. Other months it's planting a couple of fields, harvesting or spraying. Sometimes it's just cutting the grass. Sometimes it's cutting the grass and harvest fields. But I'm looking at the production facility as a viable option for an income as well. And what I would like to see, or what I would like to do, is basically incorporate everything that I produce on the farm in some way. I mean, I've taken a step now by getting the spinnery to turn the wool that the sheep produce into fabric. The next step will be, of course, getting a tailor shop to turn that into clothing, which will then sell for even more money. But that's something further down the line. I want to be able to see if one sheep farm can keep one spinnery busy, and then later on I will see if one spinnery can keep one shop busy. I don't think it can. I think I need two spinneries. But if one sheep farm is one spinnery, then the obvious answer is get two sheep farms and then two spinneries, and that will support a tailor shop. Other things I want to do is I am producing wheat and lots of flour, which I'm turning into bread. I am producing eggs, which have no secondary product. The only thing that I can do with eggs is make cakes or sell them as is. So I could bake cakes, but there are two other things I need to do that. One of them is sugar, so that would be sugar cane or sugar beets. Now, I've never done sugar cane. I hear it's a real chore to harvest sugar canes compared to sugar beets. I just know that sugar beets are expensive to harvest because of the specialized equipment you need. Not quite sure on how special the equipment needs to be for sugar canes. We can look into that after we drop off this last wool pallet. And the second thing we need for the cakes is milk and butter, which comes from cows. The warehouse or the production facility can already turn the milk into butter, I believe. We will look into that as well. So if I get some dairy cows, then I get okay, let's just park this baby over here. Park it where it belongs. Let's park it between the buildings here. There we go. Engine off. If I get some dairy cows, then I can produce milk and also liquid fertilizer, which is not very useful, but maybe I can use that to turn into solid fertilizer using one of the other mods kind of things. But let's look at the things first. Let's see, sugarcane. What is needed for that? There is some specialist equipment needed, but it's nowhere near as expensive. Like this one, it's to plant it, 54,000. This one is to harvest it, 45,000, and it has a hook back here. And this one, I assume you just pull behind this one. It can hold 20,000 liters. So 54, 45, 31. That is, this is 99. 130,000. So basically next month I can just poof buy this stuff, and now I have the possibility to make sugarcane. If we do sugar beet, bow. Well, that's one is not too expensive. Hey, I thought you were going to be expensive. What happened to you? This one is cheap. cannot hold much, need to be emptied out a lot throughout. But place a trailer or chaser bin and that sorts itself out. This one you need in front, so put this in front of the tractor, this behind. So actually this is the cheaper option than this. Well, yeah, it's 123,000. How is it so cheap all of a sudden? The taters. This one is the expensive one. But if sugarcane technology, you have this machine as well, which can do all the work for you. And you have the cotton technology, potato, and the beet technology. So I guess you can go very expensive or you can go very cheap. But this one, yes. No, not that one. No. Here we go. Sugar beet. There is no sugarcane sugar or cane sugar. Why is there not that? That goes from milk to butter. Cake takes flour, sugar, milk, eggs, butter, strawberries. Ah. Okay. 15 to 13. And then milk itself too. So I need a bunch of those. That's going to be an expensive venture to go into. But I'm surprised that sugar canes are not here. Is sugar canes not part of the market? I mean, we did realize, or I did realize, that the cheap option for sugar beet is this too. 185 horsepower or 85 horsepower. I have 435 horsepower on this one at the moment, so no problem. So I can actually do that. I just need the land for it. What's this? Tipper trailer. It's not bad. Can have, yeah, I have those as well, so don't really need to worry about that. Just need a plot of land that is big enough. Interesting. Sugarcane, very crappy price. Sugar beet is actually the best price to sell straight off because you do get so much. So maybe that should be the investment. Just need a plot of land to get started on. I'm thinking 27. I'm thinking somewhere between these here. So 25 to 48. 25 to 28, 35, 38, 45, 48. This is where I want to set up my next farms. This one has a bit of a hill and lots of trees, which I can cut down. And I'm actually thinking of getting rid of the trees here and expand this field to become even larger. Not sure if I'm going to get any type of wooden equipment to cut the logs down into wood chips or just sell the logs as is. Oh, sorry about that. The option is cutting down to logs and sell the logs because I do have the equipment for that. Basically just need to bring the trailer over now in the beginning of the year or in the end of the year, whatever, when there is nothing to plant. There's like nothing to do field-wise around here. And if I plant sugar beets, it's there, and then the harvest is way back here, which is same time as everything else. The soybeans, I don't think I have corn or sunflowers though in the ground, do I? This one, all the fields are empty. All these 3 fields are empty. This one is the canola field, so I'm going to do soybeans, and not quite sure what to do on this one. I did sunflowers last time to get the sunflower system, sunflower oil up and running, and it's doing well. We have plenty of sunflowers left in the system. Keep adding from the greenhouses as well. Wheat, we do have plenty in the system to make flour. And we also have plenty of wheat here to feed the chickens. So I just need flat land. You have food, but I will feed you some more before we end this episode. Where's my tractors? Over here. So I may not need to buy more land to get the field of beets going, but I think I want to. I think it's a good option to expand the farm. Yes, wheat please. Yep. Oh, let's give him a little bit more. There we go. This tractor is struggling. I think it may be time to get the telehandler or whatever and then get rid of this one. Or replace this one for a better one. So there are a few options for the future. Which one should I go with? Probably all of them, but which one should I start with? Yes, food. I do believe that personally what I would do is I would get another farm set up or farmland, buy another plot. It's no point looking at the prices. It's no point looking at the prices now because they change every month, and even changes between. Oh damn! I got a hiccups. Between loads of the game. So it would not benefit me in any way to check now because I don't have the money to buy anything anyway. So I will check on that next time when I get the money, which would be next month. I would sell the silage, which we have down here, at a price that is beneficial. So we're looking at about 820,000, something like that. 810,000, 800,000. Let's say 800,000, and we sell it at 180, something like that. It will make me 800,000. Times 0.180 equals 144,000-ish in money. It's not a bad number, and it's definitely enough to buy a plot of land. And if it turns out there is not enough plot of land to buy at that time, then might buy the production or the equipment needed for soy sugar. I could do sugar on that field over there. That way I don't need to worry about it. I just plant the sugars. When do you plant sugarcane? In March, right? No, sugar beet. You plant them in March or April, and then you harvest it over here. Now, if I do plant them in April, then that field is not getting anything else. So I do the soybeans. Well, soybeans is in April, so I actually had to do it in March. There. And then I harvest it there. And I can harvest the soybeans in November if I need to. Anyway, that's the plans. So looks like I might go that route instead if I don't get a plot of land that is useful. If I do, then I sort of put the plans for sugar beets on hold for another year or so and plant something more useful or something else over there. Corn maybe. Don't know how the situation is on corn. We are making corn flakes. We need raisins. I need to buy raisins. I need to buy grapes, basically. Because I am all out of grapes. And the cereal takes honey, which we have plenty of. We have honey. We're out of raisins completely. It shows here. So we cannot continue making that. Oats we have. Corn we have. So I should probably buy some grapes. The grapes is 1 to 2. So 46, that would be 23,000 liters of grapes, right? It's 1 to 1, yes. And I can buy it from here. I can just buy the grapes, but I won't be doing that. I will leave those things to be for now. We'll see what happens in the coming months. But yeah, I'm excited about this one, the spinnery. Curious to see how much it managed to use up in a month compared to how much this one managed to produce in a month. I do believe I get more wool than I need for the spinnery. And I'm also excited to start selling that wool fabric in April. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope I see you in the next episode. Until then, please do take care. Bye-bye.